Come on in.
Hi, I'm Amirpour from Salesforce.
Hi, Herman. Ollie.
How you doing today, Ollie?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good.
That's good to hear. Ooh, I want to drop the
Yeah.
desk on you today.
It's Labor Day, you know?
It is Labor Day. I don't want to hurt you on Labor Day, right?
I got you. So why are you here on this nice and sunny day?
Yeah, well, you know, Labor Day, typically you're supposed to have a day off, right? That's what I thought. That's what I thought it was. But no, I just had a lot of work to take care of today, and then we had our meeting today, so I decided to come in. And yeah, it is sunny. I can see that with my sunroof. You know, I can get some natural light going, and you know, I'm glad that it's sunny, because if I had to be here on Labor Day and it was raining and I didn't get that natural light, I probably would have fallen asleep, to be honest, man.
The ultimate tease, man. The ultimate tease.
It is the ultimate tease. You can't leave work because you can see the sun, but you know, it's all good though.
Okay. Did want to confirm, since it is Labor Day, want to get you out of here as quick as possible.
Sure.
So do we still have that 8 to 10 minutes that we talked about?
We sure do.
Okay, all right. And just before we get started, I want to give you my card so that you have something to reference back to and kind of look at that complicated last name.
Yeah, is it Afwork?
Yes, sir, Afwork. You said it perfectly.
Oh, wow. Nice.
You're one of the very few on the first try to get it.
Yeah, I'm surprised because, I mean, I'm really bad with names typically. Where's that from, Afwork?
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia, huh. Yeah, I had a professor when I was in college.
Okay.
He was Ethiopian as well. He's a super nice dude too, so I'm assuming all Ethiopians are nice.
Extremely nice people.
That's good to hear.
We're for the culture.
For the culture, there you go.
For the culture, that's
there you go.
The best way to put it.
Absolutely.
But like I said, here for that 8 to 10 minutes. But I was actually referenced to you or told about you from a friend named Sam Johnson. Do you know him?
Yeah, Sam. So we met at a networking event actually. Yeah, he's an awesome dude, man. I mean, he kind of talks for a long time, and you know, he was talking some mad trash to me when I was at the networking event for how good he is at golf. And I showed him up, so I felt pretty good. But no, he's an awesome guy, just a really friendly dude.
So this was on your first interaction with him?
Yeah, you know, it's funny that you mentioned it, but on my first interaction, he challenged me to a game of golf. So he's quite the character.
Yes, he is. That's the only way to describe him. But in respect to your 8 to 10 minutes, I did want to go ahead and set the agenda for our little conversation.
Sure.
What we're going to be talking about is, to start off, I'm going to get your company's goals, so 5 goals moving forward, expansion, growth, and then from there how Salesforce can meet those needs and what kind of things we can put forward so your sales team is as efficient as possible.
Absolutely.
But being part of that, is there anyone else that was supposed to meet with us today?
Yes, so Jeff was supposed to be with us today. He's not here because he took the day off to hang out with his family, which is totally understandable. But he is also involved here today in this process here.
Perfect, and family is very important. So, but preemptively, I'll go ahead and set a second appointment so that we can all talk together. So this will give you a chance to kind of let that information sink in.
Sure. And
kind of formulate any questions you may have, and also for me to get that chance to explain everything to him as well.
Yeah, if I like what I see, that's something we can certainly do.
Okay. So go ahead, tell me, what are 5's goals?
Yeah, 5. Well, you know, our goals are just keep growing. So we've expanded quite a bit in the last few years, and hopefully we're looking to expand into Canada and Mexico as well.
Okay. And you don't mind if I take notes, do you? So you said Canada and Mexico. I did want to go ahead and congratulate you. So I did see online that you guys are growing at a rate of 120% or something like that.
Yeah, we grew last year 120%, and hopefully we can keep that going, because that was good stuff right there.
Okay. And just a little bit about me, now that I know somewhat about your company.
Right.
So my name again is Herman Afwork. I worked at Salesforce for 2 years.
Okay.
And I pride myself on knowing that I provide all of my clients with the most efficient system and the most efficient resource to make their company's sales team grow.
Okay.
So coming in today, I'm going to get some of those needs, like I told you, and kind of figure out how we can best fit this product for your company.
Okay.
But to start off, how do you guys, you said Canada, Mexico, North Texas, I know you guys operate all over the place. How do you guys currently organize your sales team? So
here in my North Texas office, we've got 36 total people, with 4 of them being managers, and 32, the rest of the 32 being sales reps. So we've got them divided into teams of 8.
Okay, so and they're all focused on just the North Texas region, correct?
Well, our customer base is everywhere. It doesn't matter where, but of course, since some of them do have to meet with their clients, we try to schedule as many meetings here in North Texas as we can. But they're kind of everywhere. They go anywhere they need to be going. So.
Okay. So then, with that many employees, with 36 people under you just in the North Texas region, how do you kind of manage over them, or what CRM system are you using to kind of look above them?
Well, for handling customer relations, we kind of take a look at Microsoft Excel as the way we go about compiling the data, and then using Outlook to kind of schedule some meetings, because that's just how it's always been. We always use Outlook to schedule those appointments. So that's how we currently, manage all that.
So you have two current, I guess, resources or tools that you use as your CRM system, correct?
Correct.
Okay. How's that working for you?
It's been okay. It's not been perfect. It's worked. Obviously, we've grown a little bit in the past few years, but it's not perfect.
Okay, so due to that, what challenges are you facing? You said it wasn't perfect, but
yeah, some things. Yeah, I guess we have a couple of limitations. Sometimes we don't always get good communication between our salespeople.
Okay.
So this could be in the sense that, oh hey, I just contacted this lead. Why don't you contact this lead? We don't have that kind of communication or the notes that we're leaving there for our clients. And on top of that, you sometimes see some security issues as well, because we don't always keep all of our sales reps. We're always looking to make sure after performance reviews that we review each person, and sometimes that security can become a challenge there. And obviously real time, we don't get any real time updates because of that miscommunication there. So that's also something we look at.
Okay. So you talked about miscommunication.
Mm-hmm.
Can you go ahead? You said you're having clients being called twice, correct?
Yeah, so we have sometimes sales reps double call clients because they just didn't have that communication before.
Okay, so that may seem kind of, I guess, like a bitter taste, like that sucks. How does that impact, I guess, your customer relations standpoint?
For customers from a relationship standpoint?
Yeah.
That's a good question, because it very negatively impacts our relationships. Kind of, I don't know about you, but I knew if I were called twice by the same company on the same day for the same exact reason, I would think that the company that's calling me is very disorganized. So it kind of ruins the relationship we've already built with them.
Okay.
And then it also negatively impacts our reputation as a company.
Exactly. Have you lost any business because of it?
I haven't lost any deals because of it, because usually when we do make that mistake, I can go ahead and step in and maybe resolve or resurrect some of the deals there. But with an expanding customer base, I could see that being a challenge moving forward.
Exactly, and that's time you're spending away from your desk and kind of looking over the sales and making more money.
Right, I do spend a lot of time doing that, so yes.
Okay, and you talked about security. So security is obviously something that's important to you. Can you go ahead and explain to me how
security is a challenge?
Yeah.
Security is a challenge because, again, as I was mentioning, we do performance reviews for all of our reps every quarter, at the end of each quarter. And so if we let any reps go based on performance, because they have their own Excel documents that they're looking to or tending to, we're not able to get those leads back from them. Sometimes they can take that information with them to their new companies.
Okay, so, and you said this doesn't happen too often. Obviously you're not firing people too often. Right,
we don't always fire people, but it can happen from time to time.
Okay, so these two things have caused you to lose money, or kind of, you guys are on a high peak, growing,
sure.
But it's one of those things that is definitely making an impact, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. Then going and shifting gears onto that, you talked about real-time data, and you talked about accessibility, so go ahead and talk to me a little bit about how you feel that your accessibility can be improved on, or in what ways you've seen accessibility not being, I guess,
fully utilized
or utilized.
Right. Accessibility in the standpoint, the way I look at it is, Excel is not something you can just pull out in a meeting and type and say, oh, I just met with a meeting or met with a client, and then my salesperson back here can know. Because we provide laptops for them, but at the same time, it's not real time because it's on their home computers or their work computers there.
You don't want somebody setting their computer in front of us, like in this case.
Same situation, right? Exactly. So because it's not online per se, you don't have that real time data. So if I send a sales rep in a meeting in, say, Houston, for example, and they can't record the information until they get back to the Dallas office here. So that's where I see real time being a problem. And then also they have to. I don't get any information straight from the rep. I get it from the manager. So until the rep forwards that information on to my manager, and then the manager forwards it on to me, I'm not going to have any access to that information. So that's what I mean by accessibility.
Okay, so having that app access, having that readily available information, so that
sure.
as a manager you can look at how your salespeople are doing, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's obviously very important things to a company.
Right.
So what if I told you that I could show you a system or provide a system that not only has next level encryption, but provides you with that real-time access and takes away that issue of miscommunication.
Right.
Because, like we said, we don't want people calling us twice.
Sure.
So I wouldn't want to be called twice by your office.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And you wouldn't want me coming to you twice over the same information.
Right.
So, based on all the information you've given me, I do feel that we'd be a great fit. So I did want to go ahead and schedule a second meeting so that me, you, and Jeff could sit down and meet.
Sure.
How does Tuesday at 2 sound?
I can check with Jeff. I think it'll work for him. He told me that Monday at 3 is when he's usually available. Is that a good time for you?
I can actually let me check real quick.
Sure.
So it looks like I can move some things, and yes, I'll be here Monday at 3.
Perfect. Sounds good. So are you gonna give me a product demo on?
Yes. So that'll all be covered in our follow up, and we'll go ahead and talk about all of that stuff.
Perfect. Well, thanks for taking the time.
All right, no problem.
All right.
God, I hope I hit time.
Yeah, you're